The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown!
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose.
Welcome to Thayer Arena in Warwick, Rhode Island. It's the 2022-23 Rhode Island High School hockey season on Fans Only Sports Network as Warwick takes on the Smithfield Sentinels this evening. As we welcome you in the broadcast booth, Matt Jones with you here on Fans Only Sports Network. Thank you so much for tuning in. Warwick, their first game of the season. Smithfield coming off of a 4-0 victory over the Proud Crusaders last night. And we are going to pause for the national anthem before we get things started. Smithfield in the green and gold, Warwick in the home whites with the red and black trim. Smithfield last night opening the season on home ice against the Proud Crusaders, a 4-0 victory for the Sentinels. Matt Bradley got the clean sheet in net tonight. He'll get the start in net last night. He'll get the start again tonight as they'll go with Braxton Bragg in net for Warwick. Bragg last year was pretty stellar for the Warwick Co-op side as they look to try to cement themselves a little bit further up the standings in Division 1 this year. They're second year in Division 1, and Bragg will be a huge part of getting them there, along with Charlie Clements and Ethan Pizzulo, Jacob Pickering, Sean Malay, the captains this year. Look out for the number 19 on the right wing of Cooper Grosketh, And the 17 of Ryan Barlow, 2 players to keep your eyes on. For Smithfield, of course, if you saw last night's game, Chase Rinker, certainly eyes on him along with Nate Goff. They are minus Jacob Boudreau tonight, who was ejected from the game last night and will sit for tonight's game. Face-off down. We're underway in the first period. The season is open in Warwick. Thanks for tuning in this evening on Fans Only Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by our elite recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of our elite recruits. Nate Goff tried to slide one off on the side there, and it skips underneath the stick of the 21 of Will Hawkins. Big hit in the open ice area early on. The physicality showing as Hawkins takes one down there along the side, the 7 of Gerard Schifino. Schifino, another returning player for this Warwick Co-op side, as they traverse through their second year in Division 1. Carried across on a first shot and a save made by Bradley. As the attempt came for the 9 of Richie Kavanaugh, and Kavanaugh got dumped down by the 19 of Jacob Sylvester. They're going to send Chase Rinker to the box. Sylvester, I think, was the player who dumped him down. And they called Rinker for it. So it's going to put Warwick on the power play. An undisciplined play just a minute into this game. For the 11 of Lucas Hemmond. Hemmond fired one. That one caught in traffic. Comes back again for Pizzulo. Pizzulo dumps it into the corner again for Hemmond as he horseshoes it around the backside boards. Back out for Hemmond once again. Coming to the 4, Pizzulo in the corner as he dumps that one down. Brady Martin will pick this one up. Martin defended there by the 24 of Matt Payne. Payne slides out. Coming back to the point. Hard shot from the point came off of Grosketh. Cooper Grosketh, the player we mentioned in pregame. Watch out for him out there on the right wing. On that blue line is Grosketh. Sends another one in. Second opportunity on the backside and couldn't get it to stick through with Hemmond. 2 good opportunities from Warwick right there as they go on with 1:09 left to go in the advantage. 13 and change here in the first period. A fervent start. Pizzulo across the line for Grosketh. Grosketh looking to slide one. It comes off of his stick. It'll get picked up by Hawkins. Sent all the way down. Pizzulo wiped out on the backside boards as it picked up by Goff. Goff, as he gets pinned to the boards alongside the 4 of Pizzulo, the 17 of Barlow. For the 7 of Schifino. Schifino stops on a dime, has that one taken away from him. Picked up quickly here by the 29, and a hard shot as it came off the stick of Anthony Mercurio. Goff trying to peel that out. 3 versus 3 there as Goff goes against Charlie Clements. Back in the neutral zone, carried through here by Barlow. Barlow dumped one. Has it onto the stick of Clements. Clements fires. That goes well wide. Will be get picked up on the backside boards. Kavanaugh cycles around. Clements holding in the final 10 seconds to go on the advantage. Clements dumping it across for Pickering. Off of his stick and all the way down. It's pushed by the 3 of Nate Goff. Penalty is expired. Box empty. We're back to 5-a-side hockey. Dump and chase off of the 9 of Kavanaugh, and it actually bounced up into the mitt of Bradley, and we get a stoppage of play. 11:51 left to go here in the first. Face-off that can be won by the 5 of O'Day and fired right in on Bradley, and another save quickly right away Warwick piling up the shots and peppering on Matt Bradley. Right back again for O'Day at the point as he fires that one. It goes around on the backside. Will be controlled for a moment by James Sylvester. Sylvester tried to get that one out for Payne. Payne, as he kicks it off the side boards, it ended up loose for Pizzulo, and then Pizzulo put one in. Kicked out by Bradley as he continues to play scoreless hockey for the Smithfield side. Dumped all the way down, looking to start control on the opposite side. That's the 8 of Thomas Hayden. As Hayden will come back to the bench for a line change. Dump and chase from the Sentinels now. For the 5 of O'Day, fires that one all the way down. Looks like we're going to get an icing call as it's well in front of the 24 of Matt Payne in stoppage of play. Where are we at? Where are we going? Live now right here. Warwick and Smithfield coming up later tonight. Burrville and LaSalle at 7, and then Barrington, North Kingstown at 8:30, and then we'll be also at West Warwick Civic Center later on this evening, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Face-off as East Greenwich gets their season underway against the Mount St. Charles Mounties. You can catch all those games right here on the Fans Only Sports Network Home Ice Pass for the 2022-2023 high school hockey season. Shafino, my apologies, check that one as that's Van Gordon, who picked it up for Smithfield as it went past all of those players for Warwick. Back once again for Van Gordon. Van Gordon slotting that one forward for Hopkins. Hopkins takes a run at it, and that one is kicked aside by Bragg. On the side boards, sticked by Mercurio. Actually, it's Dominic Pasha, and Pasha gets in the mix there. Pasha, as he tries to spin that one back, came across. Bragg has a kick aside as it was off the stick of Sylvester. On the doorstep as it's peeled away and moved along by Pickering. Pickering slides that one up, looking for Grosketh. Grosketh gets run into the boards by Van Gordon. Grosketh and Van Gordon go at it. No call for the referees. Comes back for the poor Pizzulo. Pizzulo fires. Bradley kicks one out. Puck still free. Kicking it again is another attempt that came off of the 19 of Grosketh. And 2 attempts from Cooper Grosketh, one from the left, one from the right. And Bradley stymies them every which way. .9:41 left to go here in the first as this puck slides down through the neutral zone. Will be picked back up, moved along by Goff. Goff to the outside corner. Sent that one along the sideboards. Came back for Goff as it got slid over from the 21 of Hawkins and almost an opportunity for the Sentinels. Dumped all the way down into the corner. No icing will be called. No offsides called. Now they whistle the play dead, and they're going to call a very, very delayed offsides. Face-off can be controlled by the 22 of Sylvester. Sent that one all the way down and got a piece of Bragg's glove and up into the netting. Face off, and they kind of tangle up with that one. A little bit of a rugby scrum. Puck finally pops free. Comes along for the 78 of Barlow. Barlow gets rubbed out of the play. Bradley's going to make the save, and Barlow throws down Sylvester. So a face-off to come to the left side of Bradley. Won by the Sentinels, kicked around the backside boards by Sylvester, all the way out to the blue line, sent back in. And it landed up onto the stick of Pizzulo. Sliding back for O'Day as he dropped that one for Sailor. Sailor that wraps around the backside boards, comes all the way out, stepping over top with Shafino. Shafino was by score! Gerard Shafino lights the lamp for Warwick. They've got the first goal of the evening and the first time Smithfield's been scored on this season. It breaks the shutout streak. Smithfield went through all of last night's game and to 8:29 left to go here in the first. And Gerard Shafino lights the lamp for Warwick. They'll call it unassisted. And it's a goal 6 minutes, 31 seconds into the period. So Smithfield goes the entirety of yesterday plus 6.5. So that's 66.5 minutes of scoreless hockey before they finally get scored on. Yes, it's only game 2 of the season. Yes, that's a very inconsequential stat, but it means something for this Warwick side to be up 1-0. Rolling through the zone is the 24 of Brady Martin. He gets rubbed out of the play as he almost had an opportunity on Bradley. This Warwick side looking amazingly different than where they were last year. This is a very put together team that looks like they could potentially be dangerous. Barlow flicks that one up along the sideboards in a race for it to get there is Sylvester. Sylvester will get there, but he's spun out of the play smartly. Barlow got himself all the way down along with the 12 of Mulaney as they work that one through. At the blue line for Pizzulo, fired down into the corner. That one hit traffic, may have gone off of the 23 of Jackson Villani. Back for the 5 of O'Day. O'Day through traffic. Had to be kicked aside by Bradley. Arm up, delayed offsides called. Negated as it's picked up and carried out of the zone by Sylvester. Sylvester trying to streak through. Gets run off of the play by 3 defenders in white, most notably Charlie Clements. Barlow headed the other way. Barlow looking for it. Can't turn. Drops it off as he gets spun into the backside boards for Clements. Comes back at the point for Shafino. Shafino fired another one. Stick still up there. Loose puck. Nobody calling for it. And a penalty wanted to be called by the 17 of Barlow. Nothing doing from either referee. Slides all the way back for Pickering. Pickering gets that one forward for Clements, and it's kicked all the way down along the backside board. 6 left to go here in the first period. 1-0 for Warwick as they got an early goal from Gerard Shafino 6.5 minutes into the period. Hawkins trying to settle. They cannot as it's taken out of the zone by Grosketh. Grosketh looking for a drop. He had no help there. Skating past him was Aiden McNally. In the neutral zone, McNally will dump that one all the way down. Warwick's going to try to make a minor line change here as McNally is going to go out in favor of Daniel Kennedy. So Kennedy comes out onto the ice as it's cycled around by the 19 of Grosketh. Fired again, and that one gets kicked away by Bradley. In the corner, it's picked up by Lucas Hemmond. Hemmond got rubbed out of the play, and it's kicked up into the netting off of the 9 of Richie Kavanaugh as he was battling with the 21 of William Hawkins. Today's first period on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit Joseph Lammy, attorney at law at josephlammy.com, and by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RR Elite Recruits. Join rreliterecruits.com today. Scooped up by the 20 of Hopkins. Behind the backside boards as it's moved by the 28 of Dominic Pasha. A shot for Smithfield, and it comes all the way down for icing. Well, well, a storyline with a little bit of spice to it. Raptor on the backside boards for Ryan Barlow, and did it hit the ceiling? We have our first roof tap of the season here in Thayer. Hard shot came from the point. Matt Payne taking an opportunity alongside of the 20 of Jacob Hopkins, and that one got snagged. Face-off comes to the left side of Bragg. That one got clicked up over top, hit the glass on the backside, comes back through the neutral zone. Picked up and moved by Kavanaugh, and a whistle as fisticuffs between Mulaney and Pasha. And they're going to send the 22 of Sylvester to the box, along with the 12 of Mulaney. And they're going to say contact to the head. Is this going to be a 5? They haven't put anything on the board. There is a 2-minute penalty on the left side of the board. That's the one to Sean Mulaney. 5-minute major. A 5-minute major assessed. So this is going to be huge for Warwick, because this is going to be 5-on-4. They're going to have 3 minutes of 5-on-4 after the 2-minute minor expires. So 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then there'll be 5-on-4. Chase Rinker, Goff, Barlow along the backside boards, pushed by Van Gordon. Barlow comes out with it. A lot of open ice right now as that one bounces up over top of Shafino. Pizzullo. Back once again for Barlow. Barlow fired one. That one hit the glass. This is going to come all the way down, and icing will get called, which will stop play with 3:40. Left to go here. 1:11 remaining in the penalty for Mulaney. Back up top. Pizzullo. That one goes up over top. Pizzullo again from the opposite corner as he got it cycled off to him from Saylor. Picked up and carried along by the 21 of Hawkins. Hawkins runs hard into Grosketh. Cooper Grosketh is a big body out there. Hawkins. Good defensive play again. Grosketh got back on that one. Picks up by Pizzullo. Pizzullo can carry it into the zone. Pizzullo stops on a dime in the corner, spins out the 5 of Frank Lombardi. Smithfield carrying it the other way. Pasha looking for a lane, trying to get one forward for Hawkins. Gets sticked aside by multiple Warwick defenders, most notably the 5 of Colin O'Day back there, as it's sent all the way down. Dump and chase as it gets dumped into the glove of Bradley. And Smithfield exits the zone on the 9 of Rinker. Rinker, as he brings that one across, flicks it for Pasha in the corner. Pasha's going to get into a foot race there with the 17 of Barlow. Comes off of the boards. It will get picked up and then sent all the way down the ice by Jacob Pickering. Beating the foot race is Mulaney out of the box. 2 minutes, 47 seconds of power play time for Warwick now. And we'll get a stoppage of play. It is 2 minutes, 45 seconds of major power play time. Should Warwick score, it won't release the penalty. Kept at the blue line craftfully by Pickering. Down in the corner again, another shot that's kicked away by Bradley is standing right there on the doorstep with Shafino, who already has 1 goal on the game today. For Pickering. Traffic. Shot score! Tic-tac-toe to the 17 of Ryan Barlow. And the sniper has his first of the season. It's 2-0 Warwick with 2 minutes left to go in the first period against the juggernaut that is the Smithfield Sentinels. Is this going to be the game that's going to have everyone around the state of Rhode Island scratching their head going, is this why Warwick came to D1? Shafino. Barlow. Bradley has to stick that one away as Barlow was charging in right on the doorstep. There's still 2:10 left to go in major power play time for Warwick, with 90 seconds left to go in this period. Some of that time will carry over into the second. Off the sideboards for Charlie Clemens. And a whistle and a stoppage of play. It will get taken down into the zone to the right of Braxton Bragg, who's had a fair share of work this evening so far, but a double up on the scoreline is also a double up in shots on goal as well too, as this one's going to scoot all the way down past Bradley. Icing will be called. They have put the 17, I believe, of Ryan Barlow in the box. As Barlow scores a goal and then gets caught for hooking and will go into the box. And that will negate the power play time. There is about a 6-second differential between said time. Pizzullo shot one in, backside of the net. It hit off of the boards and came around. Carrying through the neutral zone is Pasha. Sorry, check that. That's the 29 of Mercurio. As it goes off along the backside boards. Kicked out again by Pizzullo. Pizzullo tried to look for a teammate to get it to. He gets it to Mulaney. Mulaney will send that one through the neutral zone. It is redirected and sent all the way down as it was cleared by Lucas Hemmond for Warwick to be able to make a line change in the final 15 seconds here of the first period of play. A 2-0 scoreline for Warwick after goals from Gerard Shafino and Ryan Barlow. Whistle, save, by Bragg. 1 second left on the clock. 1.9 officially, but we can't do 0.9s on our game clock. They'll drop this puck, and the horn will sound and end the first period of play. They'll get a short intermission break of about 2 minutes. We'll take the break as well. 2-0 Warwick after 1. You're watching Rhode Island High School hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
Yes, you read that correctly. 2-0 Warwick over Smithfield after 1 period of play. Goals from Shafino and Barlow, as the Warwick Co-op team is looking to light fire to the standings on week 1 of the season. Face off, and we're underway. Second period action here on Fans Only Sports Network, brought to you by Joseph Lamy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlamy.com for more information. And by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com today. Braxton Bragg has to collect that one in the bread basket. And we get a stoppage of play. 15 seconds on the penalty on the left side of the board, 8 seconds on the penalty on the right side of the board. So as soon as the 22 of Sylvester comes out of the box in 8 seconds of time, there'll be a very, very, very brief power play for the Smithfield Sentinels before we'll be back to 5. Kicking players out of the face-off circle, and now we finally get the puck drop, and we're underway. To the 9 of Chase Rinker. Rinker lost an edge as he goes down, bodied out there too as well, with the 12 of Mulaney. One penalty is expired. The other penalty is expired, and we're back to 5-a-side hockey for the first time in a while, as this one's picked up by Goff at center ice. Goff, as he tries to wheel and deal through. Goff run off of the play there by Shafino. Down into the corner for Pickering. Pickering as he loops that one around for Barlow on the opposite side. Barlow will continue to push this one up through the neutral zone. Bounces off a couple of different players trying to reach for it there. Was the 9 of Richie Cavanaugh. No can do as it comes back. Smithfield and Pasha trying to push that one through. Looking also there was the 19 of Jacob Sylvester. 2-on-1 opportunity for Warwick, and flying through the zone was the 17 of Barlow, and he takes out Bradley. And there's going to be a discussion between the referees. Was Barlow's motion just completely pace of play, or are they going to call a penalty? They're trying to call a penalty here. Are they going to put Barlow in the box? They're putting Barlow in the box and not a Smithfield player as well. Are they going to put They're going to put Barlow in 2 minutes for interference. Yeah, as Mike Boyhan is having a chat with the referee, he wants to figure out how in the world Barlow, who was the player down on the ice who slid through into Bradley, ends up getting the only one assessed. Now Barlow goes in the box, 2 minutes. They call it goaltender interference, and it will send the Sentinels on the power play. Rinker. Around the backside, tried to flick that one in. Standing right in front was Colin O'Day, and he sends it all the way down. That did not even actually hit Bragg. Picked up by Van Gordon. Backside behind the Smithfield net. Carried out here by Hawkins. Hawkins with a head of steam. Tries to move that one up along the sideboards. Gets bodied out by Pizzulo. Horseshoes it all the way around. Getting dumped down is Goff. No call from the referees as it horseshoes back the opposite direction. Trying to get picked up here by Mercurio. Back up top of the point there for the 9 of Rinker as he sends that one in, and it goes wide on a deflection play. Bradley collects that one. 56 seconds left to go in the advantage as we play along here with 12 and a half left to go here in the second. Kicked all the way down by Hawkins. Line change goes for Smithfield. Kicked all the way down by Warwick. Deflection occurred, so no icing. It'll get picked up by Sylvester. Sylvester as he works with the 20 of Hopkins and the 23 of Jackson Villani. For Villani as he steps over top of Pasha. Pasha and Payne, the other 2 of the 5 on the ice right now for the Smithfield Sentinels. Defensive slide by McNally allows for Clements to be able to push this one back into the zone for the Sentinels. As they pick that one up, Villani. Jackson Villani works along the backside boards. Villani gets bodied out of the play as well, has to shepherd it over for the 20 of Hopkins right in front, and a kick away by Groskov. That one hit Bragg, and then it gets taken out of the zone quickly. McNally. As Barlow is back out onto the ice. McNally and Barlow. Barlow got held there by the 22 of Sylvester. No call. And now Barlow gets dumped down and loses his stick in the process. Still no call from the referees, and that's a little targeted action as this one's going to come back on Bradley. Sylvester. For the 24 of Matt Payne. Payne gets dispossessed there by Groskov. Groskov again dispossessing as that one came across Sylvester. Payne and Sylvester couldn't even get it out of the zone without Cooper Groskov getting involved in the play twice. Dead puck on the opposite side. Stepped over by Brady Martin as it's picked up by Shafino. Came all the way back around for Daniel Kennedy. Kennedy sends that one forward. Gets rubbed into the boards and hit hard. There's a couple of different Warwick players, and coming off of the bench is a fresh set of skaters now for both sides. Colin O'Day as he pushes in the corner. Came back out for Rinker, fired one. Bragg got a piece of that as it goes off to the side. O'Day along the boards with the 12 of McConaughey. McConaughey continues to kick at it, trying to get forward. It goes on the backside. Pizzulo kicks that one around, looking for help from Hemmond. Lucas Hemmond couldn't get a full piece on it. This one's going to come back to the blue line. Stick tapped between Rinker and the 24, Brady Martin. Martin chases Rinker back to the corner again. Rinker's off of his angle, tries to fire one as he's ran into, and I believe that was the 11 of Lucas Hemmond in the middle of that play. Coming right across defensively for a good stop as O'Day. I was trying to spin one, was the 15 of Zachary Rose. 9.5 left to go here in the second period. Back to the blue line, Van Gordon. Van Gordon can't keep a hold on it. Slot pass across for Rinker, and Rinker sent one up high and wide. Rinker again. Rinker trying to turn as he's getting bothered by Brady Martin. Stick came loose from Martin. That one flew to the back side and came out of the back of the net. Down goes O'Day. Arm goes up, as you can see. O'Day's jersey get pulled up, and the hooking was right underneath his fight strap. That's going to put the 9 of Chase Rinker into the box for 2. Or, sorry, my apologies. No, that actually might be the 8 of Thomas Hayden. Rinker's sitting on the bench, so that's got to be the 8 of Thomas Hayden that got sent into the box. And a face-off and a power play for Warwick. They did call the 8 of Hayden for the 2-minute minor for tripping. Clements along the sideboard, trying to see if he can kick free. Still kicking at it. Clements actually ends up being the one coming free with it. I thought it was going to end up being the 7 of Shafino, the way the puck was moving directionally. But it comes back around instead. Put the 17 of Barlow all the way down, and that will be shepherded by Bragg. Shafino and Barlow, the 2 goal scorers back in the first period. The 2-0 score line as Warwick leads over Smithfield as we come across towards midway point of the period and midway point of this game, and there is a whistle and a stoppage of play on offside. Second period action on Fans Only Sports Network, brought to you by Joseph Laramie, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by our elite recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of rreliterecruits.com today. Face-off controlled by Rinker for Smithfield. He'll send that one all the way down, and we will get not a whistle, as that should have been icing, but waved off by the referees in the process. Passed all the way through the neutral zone, sent back in by Van Gordon. Around the backside board, errant pass there as that one's tipped across the stick of Hawkins. Almost an opportunity for Smithfield. 45 seconds remaining in the advantage. We play with 7:45 left to go here in the second. Rinker. Van Gordon. All the way down. Bragg will hold it and then send it behind the backside of his net for Pickering to pick up. 7.5 left to go here in the second. We've crossed the midway point of the second, midway point of this game, and a 2-0 scoreline for Warwick as they continue to lead on the goals from Shafino and Barlow back in the first period. Hard shot there from the aforementioned Ryan Barlow as that one went just wide around the backside boards, kept into the zone though by the 3 of Charlie Clements, and then sent back into the neutral zone, and they'll have to recollect in 2-1. Penalty is expired, and we're out of the box, back to 5 aside, full hockey. Pizzulo kicks around off of the stick of Clements. Horseshoes around the backside will get picked up by Van Gordon. Smithfield's going to try to exit the zone. Tips off of the skate of Thomas Hayden. Hayden has to chase. O'Day got back there to stop it. Grosketh as he tapped that one across, looking for Shapino on the opposite side. 17 of, sorry, my apologies, the 17 of Ryan Barlow. Barlow snipes. That one went just wide. Barlow looking for his second snipe of the game as he goes from that corner point. For the 23 of Jackson Villani. Wrapped around the boards, all the way down. O'Day chasing this one, so 2 is the 12 of McConaughey, and it's going to get past the end line, and we'll get a whistle for icing. Games coming up later tonight on Fans Only Sports Network. Burrillville, LaSalle, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Barrington and North Kingstown. We're sorry, that says tomorrow, and we really mean tonight. Not changed from yesterday's games. Well, 7 p.m. tonight, Burrillville, LaSalle. 8:30 p.m. tonight, Barrington, North Kingstown. And then 9 p.m. tonight, East Greenwich and Mount St. Charles. You can catch all those games right here on Fans Only Sports Network. For the 14 of Jack Saylor, round about the opposite side, and Grosketh had an opportunity to fire one. Blue line opportunity comes back for Grosketh again, fired one. That one went just off to the edge. Kept in the zone by O'Day. O'Day for the blue line tried to kick one, and it'll come back again. O'Day will stop that one. Comes back over top of Pizzullo. Pizzullo fires it down. Delayed offsides, negated with a check back and a touch-up. Continued on here by McNally. McNally into the bread basket of Matt Bradley, and he stops the play. .5:14 officially left to go here in the second period. Face-off that can be won by Hammond. Lucas Hammond sends that one all the way down. Picked up by Goff. Goff got run out of the play by the 7 of Schifino, and Schifino and Goff still tied up there in the corner. Comes back around looking for it on the corner. Was the 29 of Mercurio. Mercurio gets that one back up top for Rinker at the point. Rinker tries to send it down, looking for help in the corner. He'll get it from Hawkins. Hawkins nowhere to go as he's bodied out. It's the 11 of Lucas Hammond who got into the mix again defensively. Corner boards, Van Gordon trying to restart for the Sentinels. For the 21 of Hawkins as that's bounced around, and the whistle, arm's going to go up, and penalty will get called for holding. So to the box goes the 9 of Richie Kavanaugh. And a 2-minute minor for holding is going to put Smithfield on the power play. 4:27 left to go here in the second period, and they trail by 2. Hopkins at the face-off circle as he takes that one, and that the draw play as they go right for the shot off of the face-off. Warwick's going to make a quick change, expecting possibility the draw may come again. .156 as this one comes back to the center ice area, carried through, lifted shot attempt from Hammond, and he couldn't get it to go, trying to get the shorty to fall for Warwick. Back for Pizzullo, sends that one all the way in, bounces over top of the stick of Bradley. Along the side boards, it gets moved along by Barlow. Across ice for Pasha. Pasha holding, looking for an opportunity, flicked backwards as it came off the stick of the 20 of Jacob Hopkins. Off of the side of the pads of Bragg, and this one's going to get horseshoed all the way down. Bradley will shepherd it. Goes off onto the side for the 22 of Sylvester. Back for Sylvester again as Clements is causing all sorts of bother back there. Carried by the 21 of Hawkins. Hawkins into the zone, dumps that one around for Rinker on the horseshoe. Rinker picks it up. 40 seconds remaining in the advantage. 3 left to go here in the second period. We'll get the longer intermission at the end of this break as they'll resurface the ice before we play the third. Definitely a dirty ice surface. A lot of snow on this ice right now. This one's going to come all the way down. Bradley's going to have to stop it. Rinker's going to pick it up on the backside. Just 20 seconds remaining in the advantage as it's carried out through the neutral zone by Rinker. Rinker dumps that one off for Mercurio. Offside called. Face-off controlled by Grosketh. Grosketh through center, trying to slot that one for Nate Keene, and could not get it fully through. Taken away by the 14 of Sailor. Sailor for Keene, for Grosketh. Grosketh fired. That one may have hit the boot of Rinker on its way through. Back up at top of the blue line. Lows off. Headed the other way. Bragg. No, 5-hole score. Mercurio gets it to go, and it's a power play, or it's a very early neutral zone pickup, and an even strength goal, and it's 2-1. They got caught out on the end of the power play. And off to the races went the 29 of Mercurio. And a 2-1 with 2 left to play. Off the top of Pasha's stick. Sent across ice. Looking there for the 17 of Barlow. Barlow got hit hard on the boards, and then this one's going to come back whistle, and they're going to let things go, and we're just going to get the face-off down in the corner. So face-off corner to the left of the 35 of Matt Bradley with 1:45 left to go. That one gets run off the side of the circle and sent all the way down. Pasha chases it in a foot race with Shafino. Shafino gets there and has to battle with Sylvester in the corner. Came right back out, and a shot that came across from Sylvester. Opportunity flying through, lifting one. Can he get it? Oh, yes, he's going to get the arm up. They're going to get the penalty. And that was the 17 of Barlow, and now hits after the play, and that's a Warwick player down on the ground. Are we going to get something extra assessed after that? They're sending Sylvester to the box. And now finally rolling over and getting up, and it's the 9 of Richie Cavanaugh who got hit, and he comes off on his own power, doesn't even get an assist from the trainer, so that looked like just getting his bell rung as he hit the boards. And the referees are going to discuss this one. There's probably going to be the initial penalty. The question is going to be what gets assessed on top of it. So Sylvester is in the box. It will be at least 2. Is it 2 and 10? Is it 5? Is it more? Is he done? Whatever is going. 2 minutes for slashing. And that's it. So they give him the 2 minutes for slashing, 1:22 left in the period. Warwick's trying to have a conversation with the referees. Barlow's over there. So too is the 12 of Sean Mulaney. And the 10 of Jacob Pickering. And they're going to call the 2 for slashing, and that's it. Now he's going to have a conversation with Chase Rinker. And a lot of that sometimes is mostly also a cut it out conversation. He's going to have a chat again with Warwick. And that's going to be all of that. So 2-minute penalty for slashing. 1:22 left to go here in the period. And Warwick's going to be on the power play. Still holding on to the lead at 2-1. Shapino and Barlow back in the first. Mercurio here in the second for Smithfield. Face-off that can be won by Barlow. Barlow taps that one across for the 10 of Pickering. Back across, loose puck, and that one gets saved by Bradley. As standing right on the doorstep was the 17 of Barlow, and then also the 7 of Shapino and the 9 of Richie Kavanaugh. Final minute to go here in the second period. Chasing this one all the way back is Pickering. He'll pick that up along the backside boards. Pickering gets bothered and pinned to the boards. Pickering off of the play there, gets shoved down by Mercurio. No call from the referees. Streaking through it is Barlow. Barlow sends one, and that one goes just wide. Looping around the backside, opportunity right there, and Barlow had it, and it couldn't go off. Barlow still has it. Second shot. Save made by Bradley, and it kicks back again. Warwick controlling pace of play here in the final seconds, but it goes across the blue line. They're going to have to track back. Brought back in by Barlow on the opposite side as he got the pass there from the 9 of Kavanaugh. To the point for the 10 of Pickering as Pickering throws that in. Picked up and craftfully carried here by Smithfield as they try to work in the final 10 seconds to go. They caught Mercurio and rubbed him off of the play, so it comes back once again for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh gets pinned along the boards. Kavanaugh and Rinker in a tete-a-tete as the two 9s battle, and it goes to Grosketh, but the horn sounds and ends the period. 2-1 after 38 seconds of power play time remains. They'll go to the locker rooms, and we'll get the Zamboni to resurface the ice. We'll come back for third period action. You're watching Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back.
Through 2 periods of play here from Thayer Arena in Warwick, Rhode Island, and it is 2-1 Warwick after 2 with 38 seconds of power play time left to go as we bring you back inside. Thanks for tuning in this evening on Fans Only Sports Network. Kavanaugh will get things started for Warwick as we're underway in the third period. Tonight's third period brought to you by Joseph Lamy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlamy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com. Today, offside, so the faceoff comes just outside of the blue line. Controlled by the 3 of Charlie Clemens, right in front, and an opportunity there for the 9 of Kavanaugh, and couldn't turn it fully. They continue with it, though. Clemens back across for Kavanaugh. Opposite side, an opportunity there for Clemens to turn. 10 seconds remaining in the advantage. Popped up alongside, and that one came off with the stick of the 17 for Ryan Barlow. Barlow and Chapino, the 2 scorers back in the first period for Warwick. On the opposite side, it was Anthony Mercurio who got the goal for Smithfield, and that one is sent all the way down offside as well. In about 9 minutes of time, Burrillville Broncos face off against the LaSalle Rams as they kick off their season's underway. 8:30 p.m. Eastern tonight. Barrington Eagles, North Kingstown Skippers, as North Kingstown gets their first game in Division 1. And then it will be the nightcap of all the nightcaps. 9 p.m. Eastern time from West Warwick Civic Center, the East Greenwich Avengers, Mount St. Charles Mounties. All those games available right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Just go to fansonlysports.com or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever social media you might have at FOSPORTZ. Pasha chases that one down into the corner for the 4 Pizzulo. Pizzulo will have it click off of the backside boards can exit the zone into the neutral ice area. Continued forward by McNally. McNally sends that one down, has to get sticked aside by Bradley. Fired hard from O'Day right in front, and an opportunity there for Lucas Hammond, and that one got bounced around. Kept in the zone by O'Day. Smithfield has not been able to exit. Arm goes up, tripping is going to get called. Warwick's going to go on the power play. Second opportunity, though, is still on the doorstep for Brady Martin. Couldn't get it to go. O'Day, as it's now tapped by the 23 of Jackson Villani, and we're going to get the whistle. And the tripping call will be made, putting Warwick back on the power play. They're going to send the 20 of Jacob Hopkins to the box for the 2. And can Warwick stretch their lead? An insurance goal here would be super helpful with 13 left to go in regulation. Faceoff comes back at the point for Pickering. Pickering got run into the boards there by Goff. Cycle around the backside boards for Shapino. Comes out on the opposite side. Ryan Barlow. Barlow from the corner. Sends to Shapino. Backtrack to Barlow. Shapino comes for a wraparound. Gets one off on the side. 3-9 as that one went from Clemens to Kavanaugh, and it tips off of Kavanaugh's skate. Coming back the other way is the opposite. 3 and a good defensive stop there from Pickering as Goff was off to the races. Blue line opposite side. Run into the boards is the 24 of Matt Payne. Corner side coming around for Barlow here at neutral ice. Barlow's going to carry this one forward. Ryan Barlow will get run into the backside boards. A little stick to the stomach there that came off of the 22. Sylvester right in front, and again an opportunity. And a Smithfield player down is maybe taking the full of that shot. Was the 24 of Matt Payne, and he's in a bit of pain. Did he get it right in the cup? He's having a laugh at it, so he's all in good spirits. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why you wear one. Any of us who have ever played hockey or lacrosse know full well. 1 left to go in the period. In the penalty, 12 left to go in the period. Held for the 12 of Mulaney. Off of Mulaney, got rubbed away by the 21 of Hawkins. Hawkins tried to carry through the neutral zone. Mulaney rubbed him back the other way. Cross-ice pass, looking there for the 11 of Hammond. Came off instead for the 19 of Grosketh. Grosketh backtrack. Grosketh caught in traffic. It goes off Rinker and gets slapped all the way down the ice. Coming out as Bragg dangerously at the top of the circle as Pasha was attacking upon him. Back once again as Bragg shepherds that one around for Ethan Pizzullo. Pizzullo will bring that across. Neutral ice opportunity carried through there by the 12 of Mulaney. Mulaney on to Bradley, and Bradley will kick it aside. It's going to come all the way down. Bragg will shepherd this one behind his own net. Carefully getting there is the 19 of Grosketh. Grosketh was chased by Hawkins. Grosketh undercut Hawkins, and he's going to go. So Cooper Grosketh, as the penalty expired and the power play was over for Warwick, will put Smithfield on the power play now. With 11 left to go. Face-off that can be won by Warwick, carried along by the 17 of Barlow, down deep in the corner. Barlow is going to run into the boards alongside the 24 of Payne. Back out there on the ice after taking a moment to catch his breath. Off the side boards as they look for Hawkins. Hawkins got taken off of the play. Defensive maneuver, looking for a short-handed attempt, trying to go for the backhanded flick was Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh peeled it off the boards. Kavanaugh right in front. Yeah, score! Reggie Kavanaugh takes it home, and it's 3-1 Warwick. He fought for that one for literally the last minute. And he's able to poke it right through Bradley. Warwick gets the insurance goal, a short-handed goal. And with 10.5 left to go here in regulation, they're back to a 2-goal lead. I have to give DAP to Chris Hitu, who called the game in Smithfield with me last night. And Chris Hitu was the one on Fans Only Sports Network last night who said, watch Warwick. They may potentially catch Smithfield. He may be right. They're 10.5 minutes away from catching Smithfield. McNally will chase this one into the corner. Hopkins will pick it up. Warwick had one win all of last season. They've already got one on this season. They're looking to try to make number 2. And a big one this would be. Pushed back to the blue line is Rinker. Rinker and Clements going at it. Clements shoves Rinker. Rinker loses his stick and the puck comes all the way back into the defensive zone. Jackson Villani works this one around. Smithfield is all sorts of caught out. Back for Villani in center ice. Villani will track this one through. Villani's just holding. Pasha now steps over. Still in the corner as they can't get anywhere as Daniel Kennedy is creating all sorts of traffic. O'Day, it hits off of O'Day's boot, comes all the way back out to the blue line, trying to be pushed back in by Sylvester. Jackson Villani. Back out top once again for Sylvester. Sylvester fired with that one, went wide. Back across as an opportunity came from Hopkins. Hits off of the sideboard. Karam's all the way out into the neutral zone. It'll get picked up by Grosketh and carried back through into the offensive territory for Warwick. Kennedy kicks that one over and a whistle, and now fisticuffs after the play between the 20 of Hopkins and it looks to be the 9 of Richie Kavanaugh. Or no, it's the 19 of Cooper Grosketh. Hopkins and Grosketh are both getting tossed in the box. It's going to be 2 minutes each for roughing, coincidental minors. And the coaching staff on the Smithfield bench side incensed. The Warwick coaching staff is just kind of going, yeah, okay. And the referee just came over and yelled everyone's favorite phrase. He just said, hey, get in the box. And now finally, the 20 of Jacob Hopkins goes to the box. He's having a discussion with the scorer rather than straight signal, so I'm wondering if there's going to be anything extra attached to this one. As the 4 of Ethan Pizzullo goes over to have a chat. They're going to sort this one all out. We're going to take a quick moment.
Want to close your home purchase or refinance faster? Contact me, David Delbonis, at 401-487-7379, President Precision Home Lending. Trust the experts and we'll make your loan experience amazing.
Back here in Thayer Arena as we kept you with us through that quick commercial break. 8:41 left to go here in the third. They're going to send the 18 of Kyle Menard over to the box. There is a 2-minute penalty on the left side now. There is nothing on the right side. And we're going to have to wait for the call for this one to get this sorted out. Looks like we're going to end up with a Smithfield power play, possibly. It is. It's going to be 5-on-4 for Smithfield. They're going to get a power play out of this. And if Grosketh had to get Menard to serve, it's a 2-10, and he's essentially done for the game. Over top of the stick of Rinker. And they're going to put the clock back to 8:26. Looks like they called a 2-minute minor for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct on Grosketh. That's why they have Menard serving. And then it's a 2-minute minor for roughing on the opposite side to Hopkins. And they're going to reset the clock to 8:26. It should be 8:26. They now have it showing 8:31. And they're going to put the other penalty up on the board as well, too. So this is going to take a moment to get sorted out. That's coincidental. They're going to actually take both of the penalties off the board. No, they're going to put that. Yep, they're going to put that other minor. Yeah. So 148. So they're going to set it at 8:31. They're going to go 148 remaining. Now 8:26 remaining. Back for the 22 of Sylvester. Sylvester drops that over for Mercurio. Mercurio, as he tracks through the zone, overlaps Rinker. Drops for Rinker. Rinker fires. Save made by Bragg. Out into the corner for Chase Rinker. Rinker again. Rinker bothered there, though, by the 17 of Barlow. Back in the corner as the poor Pizzullo pushes on the boards. Trying to get out of the corner, though, is the 3 of Goff. Goff can only do what he can, which is to send it to the opposite side boards. Rinker had it off of the blue line area as it's tapped by the 17 of Barlow. Came over across for Clements, and Clements got ran out of the play before he could get back through. Lucas Hemmond gets knocked down there as his stick came from the 21 of Hawkins. In the corner, horseshoes around. Pizzullo back up top. 37 seconds remaining in the advantage. Smithfield trying to set up anything they can. Mercurio sends one. Save made by Bragg. Second save made by Bragg. As right on the doorstep was the 3 of Nate Goff. 30 seconds remaining in the advantage. 7:12 left to go here in the period. Smithfield a 3-1 lead. A 3-1 lead for Warwick over Smithfield. And a timeout called by Smithfield. We'll take the timeout as well. You're watching Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
As we come back after the timeout. Seven left to go. 25 seconds remaining on the advantage. Back up top of the blue line for Hawkins. Calling for it is Sylvester. Sylvester slots that one across for Rinker. Rinker sends it down into the corner. For the 29 of Mercurio. Around the backside boards. Gets peeled off by the 7 of Schifino. Schifino continued that one up along the sideboards. Down into the corner. Chasing it is Hawkins. Getting there is Pickering. Penalty boxes are clear from any minor penalties as we are playing five-a-side hockey for 6:25 and a whistle and a stoppage of play and a penalty called. And are we going to end up with Smithfield back on a power play? To the box goes the 7 of Schifino. Not even involved in the course of the play, and they're going to say high sticking is the call. Apologies there for the camera issue for a second as we get you back. Six left to go here in regulation. 1:36 on the power play. We're going to hold our clock to match the stadium clock because there's been a bunch of timing issues throughout the course of this period. This one's going to get wrapped around to the 21 of Hawkins. Hawkins holding for it. Comes back for Sylvester. Sylvester fires, and that one goes wide. Snakes all the way back for Rinker. Rinker up along the side boards. Trying to get it in center ice area for Mercurio, and it comes all the way down instead. They've pulled their goaltender 6-on-5 for the 53 seconds of the power play. That is a very interesting decision. Hard shot from Sylvester. Sylvester holds it at the blue line 40 seconds as this one's going to come back into the neutral zone. Clements marks Sylvester off the side boards on the opposite side. That one got whipped at and was on its way down from the 17 of Barlow. For the 29 of Mercurio, around the backside boards. Comes back up top for Hawkins. Hawkins looking across, trying to get that one for Payne. Matt Payne tried to turn. 11 seconds remaining in the advantage. 4.5 left to go here in this period. Tapped back. Mercurio chases it. Penalty box is empty. Goaltender still out. 6-on-5 for Warwick to deal with, as now they're going to switch back and get Bradley back in. So now we go regular up 5-on-5. Hopkins off of the sideboards, carrying it is Barlow. Barlow gets that one across the blue line. Barlow's going to spin off of three different Smithfield players. Barlow continuing on with it, and Bradley may have gotten a poke check out as Barlow gets ran into the boards finally by the aid of Thomas Hayden, and then gets dumped down into the midst of all that mess. Back here in neutral zone play, moved along. Hammond had it on his stick for a second. Stepping over top is Pizzulo. Pizzulo is going to push this one up. And a whistle and a stoppage of play on offside. Down into the zone for Smithfield. And it will come all the way down, shepherded by Bradley. Behind for the 7 of Van Gordon. Carried up along through the neutral zone, Sylvester. Sylvester fires one over, save made by Bragg. .251 left to go here. Pilgrim looking to pick up Pilgrim Tollgate, the Warwick Co-op looking to pick up their first win of the regular season. They are 2-20 away as it's carried through the zone by Hawkins. Hawkins gets run into the boards hard by the 5 of O'Day. O'Day comes back up off of the ice, snakes back around for the 7 of Van Gordon. Mercurio as he's pinned to the boards by the 11 of Hammond. Hammond kicks that one around on the backside. Pizzulo off the side boards, hit by Nate Kane, and a whistle and a stoppage of play. .149. Face-off coming on the blue line to the left-hand side, right in front of the Warwick bench as the puck is dropped. And Smithfield will backtrack this one. Sylvester. All the way back for Payne. Net is empty again to our broadcast right as Smithfield has pulled Bradley for the extra skater. 6-on-5. Rinker comes across offside. It is dead silent around this rink right now, but in 90 seconds from now, this place is going to erupt. Sylvester. Save made by Bragg. The entire Warwick girls team was watching in the corner for a moment before they stepped back into the locker room as they get ready for their game. Off of the 21 of Hawkins. Hey, score! It came all the way across the ice, and it's flicked for an empty netter. The cherry on top of the cake, and the game is complete. Warwick on a goal from Richie Kavanaugh will get the biggest win. A Division I victory over a perennial playoff team. What a way to start the season. For the 7 of Schifino, 1:05 left to go. They've put Bradley back into net as they're for sure with a 3-goal lead, knowing this game is done. Last minute of play. Shafino holds it on the backside. Carried out now by Jackson Monty as they've put everybody in. Monty's out there with Nate Kane. Alongside the 14 of Jack Saylor. It's going to come all the way back around the backside boards. Picked up by Saylor in the corner. Flicked out. 20 seconds left to go. Held on the side by Monty. Jackson Monty gives that one over for the 7 of Shafino. Shafino got the goal that started everything. And it's been all Warwick since then. 5 seconds left to go. This one floats out to the blue line. Can be tapped by Lombardi. Game over. Horn sounds. Warwick has won. Smithfield got a 4-0 victory over Prout yesterday. They'll fall 4-1 to Warwick today. They go to 1-1 on the season. Warwick is 1-0 and a huge one to start. They won only one game all of last season. They can go way up from there because there is plenty more games to go in this season. The Warwick student section on the opposite side chanting at their team as the two sides go through the handshakes. And they'll come back to just shake the referee's hands. What a game this turned out to be to start the season off at Thayer Arena. We're not done tonight here on Fans Only Sports Network. Going on right now, Burrillville and LaSalle, they just got underway. They're in first period action. You can catch that game right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Nick LeBlanc has that call from Levy Ice Rink. Chris Hito will be at Portsmouth Abbey, 8:30 p.m. face-off time for Barrington versus North Kingstown. I will see you all 9 p.m. Eastern time, East Greenwich against Mount St. Charles from West Warwick Civic Center. That'll do it for us here from Warwick, from Thayer Arena. Warwick 4, Smithfield 1. We'll see you all soon on Fans Only Sports Network, your home for Rhode Island High School hockey.